Hey you guys, it's Moonlander. I'm back with another list of 5 movies, and today they're gonna be on movies that are so bad they're good. And the first movie we're gonna be talking about is called Mad Dog Morgan, and it stars Dennis Hopper, and it takes place in Australia in the 1850s.
Ferociously violent, unexpectedly kind.
My wagon?
I'll be giving you £1. And only for one reason, that I may have to take it back from you someday.
Mad Dog Morgan.
He's got giant balls, that one.
And Dennis Hopper's character, Mad Dog Morgan, ends up in prison. And upon his release, he seeks to get revenge on those who have wronged him.
And the festering prisons of early Australia.
Help! Help! You wouldn't be so game if I wasn't tied down like a dog!
I first heard of this movie on the documentary Not Quite Hollywood, and it has an incredible backstory because Dennis Hopper was drinking massive amounts of rum between takes while filming this movie. And apparently he frightened and annoyed everyone during the filming of this movie.
Before he arrived.
You got that part of it right, for sure.
He was arrested and put in jail. Within a night of him arriving in Sydney, he was already in fighting down at the docks.
He snorted a lot of cocaine. He started drinking when he woke up in the morning, which was very early.
Dennis collapsed in the middle of scenes.
The IMDb trivia does not say so, but the documentary claims that Dennis Hopper was deported from Australia after going on a drunken rampage near the ending of the filming of this movie. And I put this movie on here because it has plenty of laugh out loud moments, but the movie might be more entertaining if you watch the documentary first, and I'll put a link to its IMDb page. And it definitely fits the so bad it's good. And also you can watch this movie for free on YouTube or Amazon Prime if you have it. I looked at quite a few lists of so good they are bad before making this video because I didn't want to include too many obvious choices like The Room or Troll 2 or any Ed Wood movies. I did notice, however, that most lists do not contain Troma movies, and I'm not sure if it's because they are self-aware of what they are, but I'm going to include a movie of theirs because they are so bad that they're good, you know. The movie I wanted to put on this list is called Troma's War. And it's directed by Michael Hertz and Lloyd Kaufman, and it's about a group of civilians whose plane crashes on a seemingly deserted island. And they soon find out that the island is inhabited by a terrorist army intent on ruling the world.
Until their vacation was cut short by a tragic plane crash.
Whoever was flying that crate was an asshole.
Stranded on an island full of ruthless international terrorists, these helpless civilians are hunted down like animals.
The survivors of the plane wreck end up fighting against the terrorists in all-out war.
Let's kick some butt!
Troma's War.
This movie is full of ridiculous characters, gross gore, and extremely dumb action scenes. It's quite a funny movie, and I believe it falls into the genre of so bad it's good quite well.
This is war!
You must see Troma's War.
Okay, before we take a look at the next one, I want to warn that it is a sequel, and it's a sequel I suggest watching before you watch the first movie. If you've seen the first one already, it's probably too late, and you most likely will not like the sequel. And this movie is called Birdemic 2. And people that have seen the first one might disagree with me putting this on this list. Because from what I've read, people thought the second one was trying too hard to be dumb. But if you're like me and you hadn't seen either of them, you should watch the second one first. And that might sound strange, but I highly suggest it because I absolutely loved it.
Dollars in your movie. Awesome.
We're offering you the lead role of Count.
How wonderful!
I mean, it was so funny. I don't think I stopped laughing the whole movie. You could tell it was intentional, but not watching the first one, it really makes for a unique movie watching experience.
Don't you know that birds are the descendants of dinosaurs?
Look, the birds are flying away.
The birds attacked the set and killed everybody. Maybe it's global warming.
Every part of this movie, from the acting, writing, directing, and the storyline, is absolutely ridiculous. There's even an extremely enjoyable music performance in the club, with everyone on the dance floor dancing like complete fools, and it's quite a magical scene.
Starbright, starbright, my light so bright, starbright, gonna party tonight. Starbright, starbright, my light so bright, starbright, gonna party tonight.
So people who saw the original couldn't stand it because they thought it was trying too hard. I don't know why I happened to watch the second one first. So this whole situation is kind of beyond me, and I feel like that makes me lucky to have watched the second one first. And if you've never seen either of them and you watch the second one first, you're in for a treat. And I do own the first one, but I haven't watched it yet, and I'm kind of saving it for a rainy day.
We all try to live a greener lifestyle. Maybe the birds will leave us alone.
Okay, and the next movie I want to talk about is called Samurai Cop. And I just recently watched this movie for the first time, and it wasn't long into the movie that I realized it was going to be a rare gem of so bad it's good kind of movie. Everyone in this movie pretty much looks funny. When I was reading some of the trivia about the movie, it said the director, Amir Shervan, needed to do some reshoots, and the star of the movie, Matthew Perdas, had cut his long, beautiful hair off. The director was pissed, and they had to use a lady's wig in order to do the reshoots.
Fujiyama?
Yes, I am. Who are you?
I'm a cop.
Now, this movie is full of TNA and plenty of action. The TNA is hard to get wrong, but the sex scenes aren't for these folks. And the movie has a couple of really goofy romantic encounters.
You been circumcised?
Yeah, I have. Why?
Well, your doctor must have cut a big portion of it
And
off.
another piece of trivia about this movie is that one of the actresses had to consume a bottle of wine, which the director gave her to finish a scene. The dialogue between some of the characters in this movie are completely ridiculous and probably the best part of the movie.
Let's just say I can read eyes.
It will keep you interested. It did for me. I highly suggest this movie. It's really funny. And there's a sequel and other movies by the same director, and they're all available on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you should check them out.
His real name is Joe Marshall. They call him Samurai. He speaks fluent Japanese. He got his martial arts training from the masters in Japan.
I feel like somebody stuck a big club up my ass, and it hurts. I've got to figure out a way to get it out of there.
Okay, and the last movie I wanted to mention on this list is Miami Connection. And we can thank Zach Carlson from the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema in Austin, Texas for this one, because apparently he bought it on eBay for $35, and after screening the movie, it became a popular hit amongst cult film fans.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special treat for you today. We have a new house band with a new dimension in rock and roll. We have the one, the only, Dragon Sound!
And it is by far my favorite bad movie. It's about a rock group made up of ninjas who end up battling against drug dealers in Miami. This movie is full of ridiculous characters and laughable fight scenes. The best part is the hilarious and incredibly awesome musical performances by the band, and they're called Dragon Sound. If you have never seen this movie, I can't suggest it to you enough. There is absolutely nothing like it. It is the best, worst movie I have ever seen.
Not escape the Miami Ninja!
Boss, everybody's dead!
Alright, you guys, that'll do it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Please comment on with your thoughts or other bad movies you think are really good. I'd be interested to see what you think.